7 mistakes that can sink a Michigan license restoration hearing, and how to avoid them. Losing your driver's license changes almost everything about daily life, and many people don't realize how complex the path back can be until they begin the process. The Michigan license restoration system has strict rules, and the hearing itself is a legal proceeding with high standards and no room for error. A small mistake can cause a denial and force you to wait an entire year before trying again. Understanding where applicants often go wrong can help you avoid preventable setbacks and stay focused on building the strongest case possible. Michigan requires applicants to meet the legal standard of clear and convincing evidence, meaning your proof must show far more than a likelihood of truth. You must demonstrate that any past alcohol or substance abuse issue is under control, is likely to remain under control, that you present a low risk of repeating past behavior, and that you are ready to follow the law as a responsible driver. Simply claiming sobriety is not enough. Hearing officers rely heavily on consistency across your evaluation, your support letters, your documentation, and your testimony, and even minor contradictions can undermine your entire case. Many applicants don't realize how much the hearing officer's role influences the process. Their job is to protect public safety, not to evaluate personal hardship. They begin with the assumption that the applicant is a risk, and the burden rests entirely on you to show otherwise. A lawyer can help you understand how each officer approaches cases, but without that insight, people often underestimate what is required, especially when it comes to preparing their paperwork. The evidence packet must form a complete and reliable picture. A flawed evaluation, vague support letters, or a drug screen that lacks integrity checks can result in denial before your testimony is even considered. A common issue arises when applicants minimize their past or become defensive about their history. The hearing is a credibility test, and the officer already has access to your driving and substance abuse records. If your statements conflict with your documents, or if you attempt to soften critical details such as sobriety dates or past conduct, credibility collapses quickly. The same problem happens when someone approaches the hearing with frustration, blame, or the belief that they deserve a license back. Acceptance of past conduct and a demonstrated commitment to change are crucial parts of how the state measures long-term safety. The process also requires more than proving sobriety. Michigan evaluates whether your sobriety is supported by a structured recovery plan. Programs such as Smart Recovery, counseling, or faith-based systems help demonstrate that your sobriety is not temporary. Hearing officers want to see that you understand your recovery program, that you apply the tools it provides, and that you can explain how you maintain sobriety during stress or setbacks. Applicants who cannot clearly articulate their program often struggle during questioning. Preparation for the hearing itself is another area where cases falter. The proceeding is formal, conducted under oath, and recorded. The officer may ask detailed questions about your evaluation, your lifestyle changes, your letters, your daily habits, and your past behavior. Improvising or forgetting important details leads to inconsistencies that undermine credibility. This is where working with an attorney who understands the expectations of specific hearing officers becomes especially valuable, since each officer focuses on different aspects of a case and asks different types of questions. Even after a successful appeal, the process continues. Most applicants receive a restricted license with a breath alcohol ignition interlock device for at least 1 year. This device must be used on every vehicle you drive, and violations such as failed tests, false positives, missed rolling retests, tampering, or skipped maintenance can result in immediate revocation. A lawyer can help you understand how to avoid common pitfalls during this stage so you do not jeopardize your progress. Attempting this process alone is one of the main reasons applicants are denied. The system is detailed, technical, and unforgiving. An experienced attorney who focuses on this area can help you avoid flawed documents, prepare for questioning, maintain consistency, and navigate the interlock requirements. A law firm experienced in Michigan license restoration work can also help address the myths that mislead applicants, such as believing that denial is normal the first time or that the Secretary of State's packets fully prepare you for the legal standards involved. Regaining the ability to drive can restore independence and stability, and the pathway requires careful preparation at every stage. With guidance and support, you can avoid the mistakes that cause so many applicants to be denied and take steady steps toward a full license. If you are ready to move forward with clarity and confidence, Michigan Defense Law is available to help at 248-451-2200, with an office located at 2525 South Telegraph Road, Suite 100, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, 48302, United States.